Hello. So I've had this Parkside table saw for quite a while now, and basically used it 2 times. It is super cheap. However, there from the factory it had 0 squares on it, and I've been trying to tinker with it, but unfortunately I wasn't able to make it cut a square or even cuts. And please do excuse the mess here. I wasn't planning on making this video. However, since I've done a lot of research and didn't find anything about how to configure this table, I figured I would do a video right now. So anyway, I removed the table saw from its table, and my idea here, I found this old table out in the street. And my idea was originally to make this little, very budget, like £50 or 50-60 euro table saw into a big surface that I can use to make tables from this wonderful oak that I have found somewhere. But alas, I had issues. Zero alignment. Also, this piece of work doesn't have any standard T-slots or miter slots, and I ordered this featherboard to be used with ripping these boards of walnut. However, it doesn't fit. So anyway, I turned the table saw upside down, and I removed this cover. This is the exhaust cover. Comes on like this, and the tube goes into the slot there. So I removed this slot, and I tried looking at it on how it works and how it is possible to fix it. Now there is on the plate, so on the face of the so basically the top, this part of the table saw, 4 screws. I had no idea what those screws do. The manual didn't say anything about them. So I figured I will just try to unscrew them and see what happens. So what happened is these parts started flying out. And turns out this is how you're going to be able to make this table saw square. So these nuts, they come into these slots here and these slots in the back here, right? And what they allow you to do, once you loosen them a little, and make sure you just loosen them and don't screw them out completely, because then you will have to do this whole thing. Basically it will allow the table saw to be made square with the face or the table itself, which is a great find already. There was 0 information about this on the internet, 0 information about this in the manual, so it's great to see how things work. But what I also saw here is that the face of the table saw, or the table itself, not sure what it's called in English, is only held on by these screws. So there are 4 screws in total, which there's one right there, which hold that in place. So it would be actually quite easy to just remove this whole top and use something custom. That way I could use this featherboard without trying to. So this is just in to compare. This is the size of the miter slot that the machine comes in. So it appears to be a non-standard one, and we can see the precision of the German precision here as well. However, so what I've been thinking about is to try to hack this featherboard and change out this miter slot board thing to wood maybe, or even 3D print one. But that's just a lot of hassle to make such a basic feature work, such as, you know, a standard miter slot. So what I've been thinking is that since I already have this setup here, I already have it cut out, and I still have the part which I cut out of the table, I could maybe replace the whole top just for when I need to do rip cuts with the featherboard. But anyway, that's another problem for later. There is a second, and this is a very, very big safety problem. And I don't know how it's possible that Parkside released a product in this way. There's the riving knife, right? And the riving knife, what it does, it basically prevents kickback, especially when you are ripping large boards like so. There's tension in the wood, so you can see like right there in that black walnut. And it can pinch to the blade and kick you back at 100 kilometers an hour and basically lose an eye or a hand or whatever. And this riving knife should be in line with the cutting blade. And at first I thought maybe the one that the machine came with, the blade, was the issue. But I bought this Bosch Expert blade, which is far better quality. However, the issue remains, and the issue is that let me just put it. I don't know if it's the right way. Oh yeah, sorry. I have to first put in this part like so, and then we can put on the blade. And the issue here, and let me just secure this blade to make sure it doesn't fall off, just like so. So we have the blade here, right? And the riving knife, it should be exactly in line with the blade. And this is the place where the riving knife mounts on, with a little console. So anyway, you put on the riving knife, and if I can do this one-handed without dropping the blade, that would be great. But we put on this riving knife, and as you can see, if I apply even pressure, that is not at all in line with the blade. It's actually to the left of the blade. And its mounting mechanism uses this little console that I have here somewhere, or maybe not. Let me check. Well, that's the great thing about the workshop being in progress. Here it is. So there is this little console and this one screw, and how it works is basically you put the riving knife there and you push it with this, and this is this is square, so it will push the riving knife flush with this part of metal. And as you can see, if you put it flush again, then it is not at all in line with the blade, which is super dangerous because your wood will get caught in the riving knife, and also you can get kickback from the part of the wood that you cut. So I was wondering, how do I fix this? And well, at first I looked at this part here, which is the mounting plate of the riving knife. However, this is fixed to the motor itself, the motor mount itself, and this also has to move up and down, right? When you lower or higher, I don't know how to say it, or increase the height. But anyway, this will move with the whole blade, coming up. So there is no possibility here to extend this a little bit. It's very solid here. So basically you have one option, and that is to take some piece of metal, and we are talking about 1 millimeter here. So you could take a piece of 1 millimeter metal and just put it between this plate and the riving knife, and that should put it back into alignment. Okay, so that is fixed as well. I will probably make a separate video about that. However, you know, I'm not a professional video maker. I just figured this might help someone. But then we have another issue, which is that when you completely lower the table saw, 1 or 2 millimeters of the blade will still come out, will be out of the top, which means that you cannot put anything on it. You cannot use it as a table when, you know, the saw part is not in use. So, I've been wondering on how that works, and the mechanism here is also really simple. Basically, you turn this knob, right, to lower it or make it go higher, and that will turn this very high quality German engineered. Let me try to move it there. These plastic gears, which will turn this part, which will lower or make the thing go up. However, as you can see, when you set it to maximum height, it will be blocked by this metal part here. So it will not be able to go any lower. So low is this side. So I've been looking at that as well, but I haven't figured it out yet. When I figure it out, I will make a new video about that as well. But anyway, so these are the fixes. So first, making the blade itself square with the miter slots is possible without doing all of this, just by undoing these 4 bolts there, and then you can move it. You can align the blade itself to the miter slots. So second problem, miter slots are not standard. You can basically just undo the whole top with these 4 bolts here and change it to something, and then, you know, if you need to do rip cuts, you have something with standard miter slots. Third one is the riving knife. So basically you need to put a piece of metal here, or wood, or I don't know, plastic, I don't know, something here to make it go in line with the blade. And fourth is that, you know, you cannot lower it flush with the tabletop. Maybe it has something to do with this screw here, or, you know, you could remove a bit of material here, maybe 2 millimeters, make this slot higher, and then you could lower it completely. So thank you for watching, and sorry about the mess, sorry about my English, and hope this helps someone.